With the call of the game, the three of us look forward to seeing you on the postgame.
Things can change in an instant.
Aaron Judge literally runs through a wall.
But when it's time to rise, you summon your greatest strength.
See ya! He picks up where he left off.
Save more with Deal Lock. Savings locked for weeks. Value at its peak. Freshness guaranteed. And always stress-free. The quality you crave and savings you can count on. Stop and Shop. Feed the moment.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
This week, stop and shop for great deals. T-bone or bone-in strip steak is $6.99 per pound with a digital coupon. California Orchard Perfect peaches or nectarines are $1.99 per pound. Plus, enjoy locked-in savings for weeks. Look for our deal lock tags throughout the store. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Well, the Yankees had a lead late, and then the long ball took over. A pinch hit, two-run home run by Kyle Higashioka, and then Aaron Judge goes yard the same inning, and the Yankees had an opportunity to have a happy handshake line and even up the series at a game apiece. And it is time for baseball, as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Chicago White Sox in the rubber game of a three-game set from Guaranteed Rate Field here in Chicago. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay. So this was going to be the day that Luis Severino is going to start, but the Yankees have changed that. They're going with the opener strategy. Let's take a look. Ian Hamilton will get the start for the Yankees. His number is very good. Luis Severino, he has really struggled. He struggled of late, and he struggled in the first inning. But the Yankees do not have an abundance of starting pitching right now, David, so they can't just cast him aside. They're trying to make it work.
Yeah, they're trying anything. They could try to shake it up. But I like this strategy. I mean, Luis Severino may not like it. He may be a little bit embarrassed, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe you shake him up a little bit, wake him up a little bit, and certainly Ian Hamilton's been great for the Yankees. He's had this opener strategy before in St. Louis earlier in the year. He did give up a run, but he's been great for the Yankees. Get through the top of the order and then see what Sevy's got.
All right, now speaking of great for the Yankees, IKF has been just that. If you watched last night's game, he got the big hit, the one that kind of opened the floodgates after the Yankees had struggled for the previous two. He's been a good player for the Yankees.
Well, he really has. You talk about winning the fan base back. I mean, the contrast between last year and this year and his whole attitude, he's one of the most well-liked and well-respected players in that clubhouse, and now he's come through in big spots for them, and it's really paid off. His whole attitude, his willingness to do anything, he's driving the ball much better this year, and it continued last night with a booming double into the gap that scored 2 runs and really broke the logjam for the Yankees and helped them relax to victory.
And he's been doing it for a while, since May 16, 287, 6 homers, and 29 ribbies with a great OPS. He's played 7 positions. He's playing third base in tonight's starting lineup. Well, you've heard David talk about the opener strategy. Now, let's hear the man who made the decision. That's Aaron Boone. He'll talk with Meredith Marakovitz when we return right here on Yes.
Lost Medicaid or CHIP coverage? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care?
Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped? Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
With the Freestyle Libre 2 system, know your glucose level and where it's headed, no finger sticks needed. Manage your diabetes with more confidence. Freestyle Libre 2. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Time to expose Jimmy's John's new summer wrap.
Speaking very clearly, what's inside the jalapeno ranch chicken wrap?
Crispy jalapenos, all natural chicken.
I can't do this. I'm wearing a wire. I'm not who you think I am.
Jimmy John's summer wraps are back for a limited time.
The Yankees have the opportunity to take the series from the White Sox tonight. Finale from the South Side coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. As Michael Kay noted, it's going to be Ian Hamilton getting the ball tonight as the opener, not Luis Severino making the start. When I spoke to pitching coach Matt Blake, he told me Severino still very much sees himself as a starter, but understands the situation. When I spoke with manager Aaron Boone, I asked him how the move to the bullpen tonight for Severino could potentially help him get back on track.
I think just taking a little pressure off that first at the top of the order, that first go around, hopefully, get him in there at a better spot where he can take off again. He's shown flashes of it within his starts. I think physically everything's there for him to take off. It just comes down to, being able to execute at a high level. And if he can start doing that, we can see the Sevy we've known throughout his career.
Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn. First pitch coming your way right here on Yes after the break.
So yeah, USAA, they always have my back.
USAA? You were in the military?
Oh no, I wasn't, but my grandpa was. He joined USAA, passed membership to my mom, then to me.
There's other ways to get in?
Yeah. My neighbor Ron, he's in because his wife served. Even little Luna, once she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
With 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas.
A brilliant reality.
The Inc. Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the new Defender 130, 8 seats, infinite adventures. By NYU Langone Health, the #1 hospital in the U.S. for neurology and neurosurgery. And by FanDuel, make every moment more. Chicago against New York, White Sox against the Yankees, some of the matchups over the years. We're here at the Guaranteed Right Field on the south side of Chicago for the rubber game of this 3-game set. The Yankees will travel after the game, and they'll be in Miami Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. After that, 3 games in Atlanta against the Braves, a long road trip and an important road trip.
Yes, and an important game tonight to continue some momentum. And Aaron Judge certainly started that last night. He looked like he felt very good about his at-bats with that moonshot home run he hit. And Tim Anderson back in the lineup for the White Sox at shortstop.
All right, so you see the White Sox take the field. We'll take a look at tonight's starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Jake Bauers at first base will lead off. Batting second, playing right field, Aaron Judge. Gleyber Torres at second base hits third. Cleaning up the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Billy McKinney in left. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is the third baseman. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh and playing center field, Harrison Bader. Oswaldo Cabrera is the shortstop, batting eighth. Batting ninth and catching, Kyle Higashioka. In the original lineup was DJ LeMahieu, and he has been scratched with right calf tightness, so that's something to keep an eye on.
And that lineup's going to face this veteran right-hander, Mike Clevenger, and it'll be his 15th start on the year, and a little bit of a mixed bag. Pretty decent ERA. Walks to strikeouts are a little below his norm, as he was once one of the elite pitchers when he was with Cleveland. Let's give you a little bit more in our pitcher scouting report brought to you by Nissan. And he's a 2-time Tommy John surgery guy. You know, we tend to think, hey, you get Tommy John once, you're okay. No, that's not the case. A lot of guys have had to have it twice. He's one of those guys. Still kind of rounding into form, but he's still got good secondary pitches against right-handed batters. A really good slider that has a 205 batting average against, and a good changeup to left-handed batters that has a 154 batting average against when it's put into play.
All right, let's look at the defense behind Clevenger. That is presented by Buick. Benintendi in left, Luis Robert Jr. in center. He has 10 outs above average. He's amazing out there in center. Oscar Colas is the right fielder. Infield, Moncada, Anderson, Andrews, and Vaughn. That's third to first. Jimenez, the DH. Yasmani Grandal is behind the plate catching Clevenger. All right, David, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, we've talked all about it, but it really is the #1 key is the opener strategy in Hamilton, what Sevy does behind that. And then on the other side, Clevenger's pitch count. He's had some injuries this year. We talked about the Tommy John. He averages about 88 pitches. If the Yankees' offensive momentum can continue to push him, maybe he can get into that White Sox bullpen a little earlier tonight.
All right, Bauer's ready. Clevenger ready. And let's do it here in Chicago. First pitch foul back, and we're underway. Andy Fletcher is the home plate umpire. Eric Backus at first. The crew chief, Laz Diaz, at second. And Mike Estabrook is over at third. Yankees come into the game 59 and 55. Line drive. It's a base hit off the bat of Bauers. Colas will get the ball in. A leadoff single for Jake Bauers.
Well, Bauers continues to hit the ball hard, and that's that changeup down and away, and he's on it. Goes out, reaches out, and hooks it, and hits it hard. Good start for Bauers and the Yankees.
So here's Aaron Judge. Had the home run yesterday, his second home run since coming off the IL. Well, you watch Clevenger on the mound. He seems so fidgety, almost uncomfortable in his own skin. A bundle of nerves out there. That one is looped in the right center field. It's a base hit. Bauer's round second. He's going to third. The throw to third is in time. What a throw by Robert. As Bauer's trying to get into third base, it's gunned down by the center fielder.
And they're not believing it, as Bowers is going to stand on third along with third base coach Luis Rojas and see if maybe they're going to challenge it. Another look here. Can't tell from that angle if the tag was there, but it looks like they're not going to challenge. And Bowers takes a chance knowing that Robert is an excellent defensive center fielder. He can throw. He's a 5-tool player, so you know the risk when you run on him, and you paid the price right here.
Boy, that could take the starch out of a rally in a hurry. Making the first out of third is a no-no. Here's Gleyber Torres. Pitch up and in, 1-0. What a pick-me-up for Clevenger. Torres has an 8-game hitting streak. One and one. Chasing Judge back, didn't have a big lead. Now let's take a look at the leaders brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Outs above average. The only one who's better is J-Rod in Seattle with 11. Robert with a number 10. And then Bader is fourth, tied with Kiermaier at 8. This should be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. 6-4-3. So 2 hits for the Yankees, nothing to show for it. The White Sox come to bat.
Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will.
Okay, fine.
Come on.
There you go.
Whoa.
Where's my mom? Just be in the moment. Yeah, just be present.
Toyota, let's go places. KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Be part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Ian Hamilton is the opener for the Yankees. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup of the White Sox that will face him. It's brought to you by TikTok. Tim Anderson missed yesterday's game, bruised left forearm. Still awaiting a 6-game suspension that he's appealing. He's at shortstop leading off. Andrew Benintendi in left. Luis Robert Jr. in center. The cleanup hitter kills the Yankees. The DH Eloy Jimenez. Yoan Moncada is at third base batting 5th. Batting 6th, first baseman Andrew Vaughn. Yasmani Grandal will catch. In about 7th. Batting 8th, playing right field Oscar Corlas. And it's Elvis Andrus at 2nd. Batting 9th.
And yes, Ian Hamilton towing the slab here in Chicago on the finale of this 3-game set. And you can see he's done this before. He's had one of these openers. But otherwise, fantastic numbers this year for Ian Hamilton. He has been a revelation and a great find for the Yankees. And let's go ahead and tell you a little bit more in our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report. And second-hand opener, that kind of refers to what he did earlier this year in St. Louis. He did give up a run in that opener strategy back on the road trip in St. Louis earlier this year, but he has an elite trick pitch. We call it the Slambio. It's classified as a slider by Baseball Savant, but it is really good. Opposing batters are batting 155 when they put that particular pitch into play, and then as Meredith Morakovitz told us, Severino is to follow, and we'll see how he does in this opener strategy.
Yankee defense presented by Buick, McKinney, Bader, and Judge in the outfield left to right. Infield IKF. Oswaldo Cabrera at short, Torres at second, Bowers at first. Nothing wrong with Volpe, just a night off. Kyle Higashioka behind the plate, Stanton the DH, Hamilton on the mound. It was an interesting sight because Hamilton's obviously starting this game. It's called an opener. But the guy who's going to follow him was warming up in the outfield as if he was starting the game, and that was Luis Severino, doing all the things that he would do if he was going to start the game in the first inning. And getting ready. 0-2 on Tim Anderson.
Maybe this is the distraction that Severino needs. I mean, we've heard him talk to Meredith after games and say some pretty depressing things. He feels like he's the worst pitcher in the league right now, and maybe this distraction will be the a jump start for him.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Anderson down on strikes.
Well, right on cue, the Slambio that Tim Anderson cannot hold up on. Such an effective pitch. Such an outlier.
You know, one of the thought processes behind starting somebody other than Severino, or if you do an opener, is you want the struggling starter to avoid the best hitters at the top of the lineup. So if Hamilton can give you 2 innings, well, you've avoided Anderson, Benintendi, Robert, and then Jimenez, Moncada, and Vaughn. So they feel that it's more of a softer landing. It's a high fly ball to right field. And Judge retires Benintendi. And then he comes in and faces the bottom of the order. Again, if it all goes according to plan.
That's exactly right. And maybe he has some success early in this outing when he comes in relief. Maybe that sets his mind straight. It's worth a shot because Severino has struggled to such an extent that there was a question whether he would even stay in the rotation.
And I believe that the Yankees are even toying with trying to fix him and get him back into the rotation because they're kind of short-handed. No Herman for the rest of the year. Rodon's on the IL. So you can't just give up on Severino because there aren't that many other options. .3-0 on Robert. You want to be very careful with this guy. Hit his 31st home run yesterday. He's on pace for 44. To be the first White Sox player over 40 since Todd Frazier hit 40. And there's ball 4. It's a smart walk, right?
Well, he did not give in. That's for sure. I mean, you're going to make quality pitches, and especially on 3-0 or when you're behind in the count.
Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. It's 76. Chance of rain is pretty high, 40%. Humidity 71%. And the wind is blowing out to left field. Here's Jimenez. Runner goes. Ground ball to third. Fielded there by Conafalefa across the diamond. And that'll do it. White Sox strand 1. We go to the second. 0-0.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We'd set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to load up on more toys, to stop looking for fun and be the one who brings it, and to make every day even more inviting than the last. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
During the Ram Make This the Summer event, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Please just leave me alone.
All right, the home plate umpire is Andy Fletcher. He's considered neutral behind the plate. In his 25th big league season, more outside strikes, fewer inside strikes on left-handed batters. So Ian Hamilton threw 10 pitches in the first, and then when he came into the dugout, Aaron Boone shook his hand. I don't know if that was just job well done in the first, or that's it for his day. We'll see as Stanton takes a strike from Clevenger. Fly ball shallow right, coming on Colas, makes the play. That brings up McKinney. There's Hamilton.
We'll have to wait and see for sure, but you might want to keep Severino not waiting out there, possibly. Did his job, got through the first inning, got through the top 4 hitters, did not give in. Didn't let Robert beat you. It's pretty smart.
Kinney 2 for 5 last night in the Yankee victory. Well, you watch Clevenger, my mom would say it looks like he has ants in his pants.
Yes.
Strike 3. McKinney down looking. 2 away.
You see him kind of smiling and laughing. Yeah, you got one there, and that goes against the scouting report, what we just heard. Not supposed to call this pitch. So that ball's in off the plate and gets the call. And he smiles knowing it.
So here is Connor Falefa. Had that big double in the second inning yesterday. Foul back. Talked to Sean Casey today. He said that was a big hit because it kind of broke the logjam. He spoke about a lot of things. He feels good about the offense. And he said, obviously, we don't want to strike out as much as we do. He said, I've never been a proponent of that. I didn't strike out a lot. I felt embarrassed when I struck out. He said, I know the game is different now. He said, but you don't have to strike out in order to hit home runs. He said, you could have a high batting average, high contact rate, and the ball still goes out of the ballpark. The 0-2. 1-2.
You know, I think the Yankees were hoping that Sean Casey would connect on a personal level. A guy who's been in the batter's box could really kind of pump these guys up and talk them through it. Hard to do in a short period of time.
You know, he talked a lot about how his job is to communicate with the players and get all the information that's available and then communicate that information to how it works for each individual player. But he did admit a lot of what he does is he's working with their mentals rather than their physicals and mechanicals. 2-2. 3-2. And a walk to Kiner-Falefa. 1 on 2 outs. That brings up Bader. Hey, stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Now available at a new low price. For the season, starting at $59.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Here's Harrison Bader. He's 8 for his last 17 in 3 games. Runner goes. Throw to second. Got him. Great throw by Grandal. And a quick tag by Andrus. Yankees get thrown out of.
I can't do this. I'm wearing a wire. I'm not who you think I am.
Jimmy John.
Where should we put all your luggage, Miss Hilton?
In the connecting room, please. Sliving travel tip number 48. Book confirmed connecting rooms for an extra large closet. Or, you know, for your family.
When you need a connecting room for whatever reason, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
There's never a dull moment for the Nelsons. 5th-generation Montana ranchers. Since 1868, they've been herding cattle, reeling in trout, and exploring Paradise Valley from their backyard. Here's to another 150 years of adventure. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us on a John Deere Gator XUV and start telling yours.
We're such great friends, we should have a nickname, like the Breakfast Buddies.
How about the less talking, more eating buddies?
That's great. Even in complete silence, Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol.
What about the very good-looking people?
That's very accurate.
Well, Luis Severino will start the bottom of the second. We take a look at StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. And this has been the issue, that four-seam fastball. So previously, he averaged 97.3. It's down a tick. But look at the batting average against 241 to 370. The slugging almost double. And the strikeout percentage is much lower than it has been the previous season. So 1 mile an hour, would that make the difference that much?
Not so much velocity, a little bit of movement. The profile, the riding action on that four-seamer isn't quite the same, but it's also location.
So here's Severino after Ian Hamilton opened with a scoreless first inning. Moncada takes pitch low 1-0. You know, the word is that Severino wasn't too thrilled with this decision, but you certainly have to understand the Yankees end of it. And you've said this, David, maybe it rankles him enough that things change.
I agree. You know, a little bit of a challenge, feeling upset if you're Severino might be a good thing for you. It might give you the distraction and the motivation you need to forget about your worries for a minute.
That one's driven to right field. Going back is Judge, and he will play it up the base of the wall. Moncada going for 2. The throw, not in time. It's a double for Moncada to start up the second. Well, not a great start.
And it's the fastball again, and it's middle in, about belt high, and Moncada just laces it. See Aaron Judge out in right field, no real chance to get there as it's right to the base of the wall. We talk about fastball, the problems this year. You fall behind, he loses count leverage. 2-1 fastball right there.
Vaughn fouls it off.
Sometimes it's as simple, Michael, as, you know, you hear pitching coaches and all the cliches about get ahead, strike one, count leverage. It starts right there with Severino. It's the difference between being aggressive and in attack mode and being defensive and kind of pitching from behind constantly in search mode. For Severino, it's been search mode instead of attack mode.
It's odd to see him get roughed up the way he's been roughed up because although, yeah, it's down a tick, the fastball, but the stuff still seems like it's there. But so much of pitching is location and execution of your pitches. Because his stuff still looks pretty good. That one's grounded up the middle. Grabbed there by Torres. Throw to first. They get him. Beautiful play by Torres as Moncada goes to third. Torres just saved a run.
Indeed he did. On the other side of the bag as well. Ranging a long way and then throwing on the run right on the mark. It's one heck of a play by Gleyber Torres.
Well, he gets a lot on that throw with that sidearm toss. Yankees bring the infield in for Grandal. Runner at third. Line drive, base hit to left. Moncada will score easily. It's an RBI single for Grandal, and the White Sox lead 1-0.
You know, once again, location, kind of a rolling slider, staying up, trying a little get me over slider to get ahead, but Grandal is ready for it and recognizes it.
Big cut, 0-1. One on Colas. So Severino's first inning struggles continue. His first inning, not the team's first. As he's given up 2 hits to the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order. One and two. Nice play by Higashioka. So Grandal picks up his 31st ribby. Coming into that at bat, he was 5 for his last 34. That was 147. So took advantage of a hangy breaky ball. 2-2. High fly ball. Deep right field. There it goes. See ya. A 2-run home run for Colas. And it is 3-0 White Sox.
No real doubt about that one, as Aaron Judge gave sort of a courtesy turn and a couple steps, but no need.
Well, this is the worst case scenario because you avoid Severino starting, and then he's just as bad when he comes in out of the bullpen. This is not what the Yankees wanted, not what they needed, and certainly not what he needed. Now, we've seen him have just horrendous first innings with 6 runs, the one against the Dodgers, and he's got to avoid that right now. Keep it at 3.
There's a lot of talk with Luis Severino about tipping pitches. But sometimes a guy who's still throwing the ball 95, 96 miles an hour, how is that fastball getting tattooed so much? And what gives? The Yankees have been very curious about it and worked with him.
And he strikes out Andrews for the second out.
Another look at this rolling slider right in the middle of the plate. That's the location is just poor. The quality of the pitch is poor. And he paid the price.
Here's Anderson. He struck out in the first inning against Hamilton. And there's a strike.
There's two different kinds of tipping on pitches as we take another look at that slider that just rolled right into the wheelhouse. There's a discernible tip with your glove. Maybe you're tipping your pitches, you know, like a poker player. Maybe you fan your glove with your grips. But with Severino, what I've heard and a lot of opposing hitters that have talked about it say it's more of a telegraph with his body movement. He slows down a little bit on his off-speed pitches. That's more in the category of telegraphing your pitches. Your pace of your pitches are different pitch to pitch, whether it's a changeup or a slider.
Swing and a miss, so he bounces back after the home run, strikes out Andrews and strikes out Anderson. We go to the third.
This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game. New customers get a no-sweat first bet and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win.
Technology lets autonomous vacuums work continuously around the house. But when your team has to work seamlessly around the world, you need more than technology. You need CDW, who can help transform your organization with built-for-performance Lenovo ThinkPads, pre-configured for management flexibility and equipped with the Intel Evo platform. Responsive collaboration tools give your team effortless connectivity to stay focused wherever they work.
Fetch.
Lenovo makes seamless productivity possible. CDW makes it powerful.
Get saucy. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Morning.
Who's this?
He appears whenever you eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Like a genie?
Sort of. I can grant you a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, which can help lower cholesterol.
Oh, I wish Debbie hadn't joined the mall walking club.
I don't think the bee can help you with
This is Costello.
It's time for tonight's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon placed on the 15-day IL Monday, left hamstring strain. He threw off flat ground today, eligible to return from the IL on August 22nd against Washington. How did the throwing on flat ground go, Meredith?
Well, Michael, when I spoke to him in the clubhouse, he said he did not feel anything in his hamstring. He threw at 90 feet and 120 feet and said he spun it a little bit. He's going to continue to progress in his throwing program. He'll eventually throw a bullpen. There's no bullpen scheduled right now. He was asked about Aaron Boone's comments that he did not want to go on the injured list. He thought he could pitch through it, and he said he understood why they want to be cautious and that it's not his decision. He's not thinking about the past in that decision. He's simply focused on getting back as soon as possible. He does not think it's going to need to be any longer than the 15 total days, but ultimately, Michael, that'll be the Yankees' decision. And now a lot more questions than answers when it comes to that rotation. When you look at the next series against the Marlins, they have not named a starter for Friday night yet. There's a good chance it could be Randy Vasquez. Nestor Cortez is being pushed back a day. He'll go Saturday, and then Garrett Cole on Sunday.
Now, that push back a day, Meredith, should we be concerned? Because he hadn't pitched in a long time. He pitched very well, 8 strikeouts in 4 innings, but is he not recovering the way they want him to?
I asked Aaron Boone about that the other day, and he said he felt like he pitched, and he pitched in a competitive setting, and he said it's soreness, but pretty much normal soreness. They just decided to give him an extra day. They do not believe that start is at all in jeopardy. They knew coming back he's going to need to work himself up. So, Michael, I think it's something that you monitor to see how it bounces back the next time out, but it doesn't seem like there's anything serious wrong there or that start is in jeopardy. So, as of now, he'll go Saturday against the Marlins.
So Bader strikes out for out number 1 here in the third. Here's Cabrera. Oswaldo not in the original lineup, but then when LeMahieu was scratched with a tight right calf, they inserted Oswaldo. Because the original lineup had IKF at short and LeMahieu at third. Then when DJ was scratched, they moved IKF to third and Oswaldo playing shortstop.
Yeah, DJ LeMahieu was out early for infield practice. So obviously felt something then. Caused the switch in the lineup.
Two and one on Cabrera. Cabrera, 4 hits, 3 walks in his last 18 plate appearances. Two and two. And Cabrera works a walk. Check out and follow Yes Network on TikTok for more content. So here's Kyle Higashioka, pinch hit 2-run home run last night. He has 6 hits in his last 18 at-bats, 7 homers and 28 ribbies on the season. One and 0.
Higashioka hit a slider off the lefty last night. Absolute blast.
Fouled away.
And Aaron Judge followed that up with an absolute moonshot, but this was no cheapie in his own right. As he cut that slider off, hit it 415 feet. Absolutely blasted.
Grounded foul. Throw over. Cabrera dives back. 1 on, 1 out. We're in the third. It's 3-0 White Sox. Final game of this 3-game set. White Sox won game 1. Yankees won last night.
Very important for the Yankees to try to answer back.
Two and two.
Clevenger's got good stuff tonight, up to 97 miles an hour. He's had a couple of IL stints rather this year, back in May 21st through June 2nd, the right wrist injury, and then again June 16th through July 29th, the right biceps injuries. But he's starting to get it going lately. He looks good tonight.
Fly ball right field. Colas is there, puts it away. Out number 2. And back to the top of the order, and Jake Bauers. Well, Clevenger signed a 1-year, $12 million deal with Chicago. That was in December, and there's a $12 million mutual option for next year.
He's had his issues, certainly, with the second Tommy John surgery and the injuries this year, but there's a 3-year stretch with Cleveland that he was in a top 5, top 10 pitcher in the American League in a lot of categories. Earned run average.
Now it was called up May of 2016 by Cleveland in Cincinnati. He threw up for 30 minutes, and then the Guardians manager Terry Francona said that Clevenger then went to the wrong bullpen to warm up. Clevenger's played it off, said he was just checking out the other bullpen. Down goes Bowers, and that'll do it for the Yankees in the third. As they strand one, we go to the bottom.
Sweet, my Pizza Hut order's here. What they say is true. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Oh, I'm Mikey, and I sound like a commercial.
The extra-large Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut, just $13.99.
Childproofing is hard. So we made one thing simple. Duracell lithium coin batteries. They're the only ones with a bitter coating to help discourage swallowing.
More shopping? You should watch your spending, honey. I'm saving with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Check it out. You could save $700 just by switching. Ooh. I'll look into that. Let me put a reminder on my phone. Save $700. Pick up Dad from airport. Oh, only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True, by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meats.
Here's Wendy's buy one, get one for $1.
It's time for memorable moments in Yankees history, presented by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. Go back to 1995, July 4th, the 5th start of Mariano Rivera's career, clearly the best one. Kind of served notice that I got something going on here. This was before the cutter. He played against the scatter report that the White Sox had. And this is his career as a starter, 3-3, 5.94. Yeah, that's Mo. Opponents hit 306 against him, but on that day, 8 innings, 2 hits, and he completely flummoxed the White Sox.
It's when you first saw kind of that late life on his 4-seam fastball.
0-1 on Benintendi. I just remember that the White Sox complained to their coaching staff that they were given a scouting report that the guy didn't throw hard. It was mostly off-speed stuff, and he blew that fastball right by him. Again, he didn't have the cutter yet.
Nowadays, if that happened, we'd be raving about his high spin rate. The vertical induced break that he got.
Up the middle, Cabrera gets Benintendi. Severino smartly pulled back his bare hand on the ball, hit back up the middle.
Such a difference between velocity and movement that we can now measure in today's game that used to be just done with the eye test from scouts. I think Luis Severino's lost a little bit of that movement from years past, even last year to this year.
Two and one on Luis Robert Jr., who walked against Ian Hamilton. 3-1.
Let's see, Luis Severino calling his own game with the pitch comm on his belt.
Long drive, left field foul.
Luis Severino very proud and very stubborn at times too. But when you're in search mode and you've lost confidence and you're calling your own game, you're kind of an island out there.
Base hit, right field. Robert with the single. Well, David, somebody who's joined your fraternity, Michael Lorenzen, has just pitched a no-hitter for the Phillies against the Nationals. 14th no-hitter in Phillies history. So they make a trade for him, and he's won 2 games. And now in his second game, he pitches a no-hitter.
Immediate dividends.
7-0. Snap throw over, and Robert dives back. Well, this is the 6th game that Luis Robert Jr. has played against the Yankees this year, and he's 8 for 20. Runner goes. Strike. Throw to second, not nearly in time.
It is all on display in this series. We've seen the power. We saw the arm when he threw out the runner Bowers at third, and now you see the wheels. He can do it all.
One more thing about Lorenzen, David. He got into the scary zone. He threw 124 pitches. It's usually not allowed.
It's a big deal.
Runner goes to third. Foul straight back by Jimenez. Robert had a pretty good lead and a good jump. Well, you don't even have to be a baseball scout. You watch this guy play and you go, that's a special talent. Got all the tools.
Tremendous athleticism.
That is caught by a diving Cabrera for the second out. Nice range there by Oswaldo Cabrera, making the catch on Jimenez.
It was a changeup that hit off the end of the bat, little hump back. Well, Cabrera did make a nice rangy play on it. Just 62 miles an hour on the exit velocity off the bat, and you can see Severino still fighting, still competing.
They had the pickoff there as Robert was leaning. There he goes. Go to third. Not in time. The throw beat him. Somehow he got in ahead of the tag by IKF. Well, with 2 outs, he shouldn't be that close.
The trick
swim
slide.
moves, yeah.
Yep, the trick slide. Pull one back, like the shell game. Pull one back, sneak one in.
Moncada double against Severino. First batter he faced in the second inning. Robert leads off third. White Sox lead 3-0. As I sit next to a guy who always seemed to be at 140 pitches, you know that Lorenzen's 124 is the most that any pitcher has thrown this year?
That's a big deal.
That one is ripped into right center field. It's a base hit. Robert scores easily. Moncada going for 2. The throw is not in time. It's an RBI double for Moncada. It's 4-0 White Sox.
Just again, the quality of the pitch, a changeup that had no action on it, that sat right in the middle of the plate. Well, we can talk all we want about pitch selection and what's wrong with Luis Severino. It really comes down to the quality of the pitches that he's making, leaving a lot of fat pitches in the middle of the plate.
Vaughn skies one to right field. Judge is there, drifting back, makes the play, and that'll do it. But the White Sox add a run on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the 4th.
Thank you. I appreciate this. You want one of these?
I'm good, KG.
You want your ginger shot?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I need some positivity today. I'm trying to cover this spread, and your vibe is off, G.
What's wrong with my vibe?
You got to get you one of these, G. Just got oranges,
nope.
Ginger, bit of carrots.
I don't know.
Get to sipping some of this positivity in your life, and boom! You see that? Spread's covered. Thank you, Mama. In a minute, G.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
For great results, whatever the surface, use Scotch Brand's full line of painter's tapes. It's the #1 most trusted brand by professional painters. The best paint jobs start with Scotch.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down, go volume up. Go in, go out, go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's the biggest rivalry in the WNBA, and next Thursday it's only on Yes. Watch the New York Liberty battle the Las Vegas Aces as these 2 league super teams face off. Coverage starts at 10 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Liberty and the Aces, they are 1-1 against each other this season. This could be a WNBA Finals preview. Judge leads off the 4th, takes outside. David, is he laughing on the mound, or is that just his look?
Yeah, he's a different cat, that's for sure.
Three and 0. There's a strike. I think, David, he has a snakeskin belt on.
Yeah, he's in a glove, too. Very artistic with the glove and the belt. Fidgeting, as you noted. Ink work.
And that's a walk to Judge. And now we throw it back to the studio. Bob Lorenz has some deets on the no-hitter.
Yeah, Michael, what a no-hitter from Michael Lorenz in his first home start for the Phillies since getting picked up in a trade from the Tigers. Gets Dom Smith there. 14th Phillies no-hitter in history, first since 2015. Robbie Thompson sent him back out with 111 pitches. He threw 124, like you said, Michael.
Pretty amazing. Congratulations to him. Here's Gleyber Torres, wrapped into a double play in the first. That one is dunked into left center field. It's a base hit. Judge is going for the third base bag. He'll get there as the throw comes into second. So Torres, with that single, has a 9-game hitting streak.
Well, absolutely. As you see, that's off the end of the bat, but Glaber kind of slices it. Looks to left. You can see that ball moving. Like a tennis shot. Slice off the racket. And this is the most important part of this play. Watch Aaron Judge not hesitating. All right. Hey, he got on it a little bit there. That's a good sign for the health of his toe.
Here's Stanton. One and 0. First and third, nobody out. There's a strike, 1-1. Slider clips the outside corner. That one gets past Grandal. Judge stays put, but moving to second is Torres, so that erases a chance at a double play. Trace Thompson has taken over in center, so Luis Robert is out of the game. He's still 2 bags, so maybe something happened with one of the slides. White Sox play the infield back, 2-1. Nobody out. Second and third for the Yanks. We're in the fourth. 4-0 White Sox. 3-1. Well, here's the slide into third base. See if we can pick anything up.
Jam that right hand into the bag pretty hard.
Grounded to short. Judge will score. Throw to first gets Stanton. Staying put is Torres at second. Yankees on the board at 4-1 Chicago. Is Robert in the dugout? Looks like they might be looking at his hands. So the Yankees do not have to contend with him the rest of the game. Runner at second now. One out. Here's Billy McKinney. Struck out looking in the second. There's a strike. Yeah, looking at that right pinky and ring finger.
It's always the pinky. Gets in the way, gets caught on the bag.
1-1. One and two.
It was 10 years ago. Billy McKinney was a first-round pick by the Oakland A's. It's been a long journey for him, up and down.
Speaking of 10 years, David, today, 10 years ago, is the first day that we were blessed with the presence of James Smythe as our brain. That was his start at Yes, and he has been here 10 glorious years, making us all look smarter.
It's the anniversary today?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Great guy, incredible talent. 1-2. Outside, 2-2.
Yeah, he was a must-have for me when Justin Shackel came to me and we started talking about doing a podcast together. I said, we gotta have James Smythe in there. He's invaluable.
Popped up. Moncada looks at it. You know, he played games there. I don't know if he didn't see it, but that ball fell untouched. The way he stopped it, like he was playing games, and the ball was going to go into the stands, but it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think he lost it. I think right here, he can't see it. He just lost it. And you're right, Michael. That was in play right there. Where's it at? He doesn't know. And by the time he picks it up again, it's too late.
Also, one other milestone to note. Our good buddy, colleague, Chris Sheeran, 50th birthday today.
Wow, the big 5-0?
Big 5-0, and he wears it well. So happy birthday, Chris. Rondell wants to talk with Clevenger. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Start making every moment more. Another decent crowd, probably the smallest one of the three. Yankees always get good crowds here in Chicago. Next year, the Yankees come here twice. A series against Chicago White Sox and a series against the Chicago Cubs. 3-2. Popped up. Andrews will make the play. Out number 2. So here's IKF.
The Yankees had second and third and nobody out. They've gotten one run. And once again, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa could have a big hit right here to cut the lead at half. Kind of been the guy lately, as we noted in our pregame, the kind of guy you want up in these spots as he's come through.
One and one on Kiner-Falefa. Popped up. On the run, Vaughn. And that's on the roof of the Yankee dugout. And bounds into the stands. And the 1-2. Fly ball, center field. Trace Thompson back, has room and makes the play for the final out. The Yankees get a run on one hit, one man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in Chicago, 4-1 White Sox.
As parents, we pay outbacks for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's. It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Honda dealers and by Suffolk Credit Union, empowering your possible. You big Ferris wheel guy?
Yeah, actually I am.
Really? I would not have thought that.
Especially when you get up top, you have a view like that one there over Lake Michigan. It's just incredible. See all the skyline downtown as well here in Chicago.
Now, you are not traveling to Miami tonight because you're not doing this series, and we'll see you again in Atlanta. I'm just wondering, this game ends at a decent time. Are you making your way to Wrigley to see Bruce Springsteen?
Anything is on the table.
Wow.
I'm a very spontaneous guy. I haven't really even made any plans. I don't even have a flight home anywhere yet. I have no plans. I'm wide open.
Rondell works the walk. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. David, what do you see with Severino?
Well, we talk about a lot of issues. You can talk about movement. You can talk about tipping pitches, but it comes down to location. That pitch, that rolling slider right there. Another one right down the middle, the home run from Colas. And then again, a changeup that just couldn't be fatter. Right in the middle. So the quality of the pitches, along with the location, have really burned Luis Severino over the last several starts, and it has not changed tonight.
Well, they are really letting Higashioka have a long talk as Middleton is warming up.
Yeah, give Middleton time to warm up at this point. You cannot let this go on. Nope, and he's not. Absolutely a move that has to be made right now by Aaron Boone.
The Yankees need to win their games, so you can't let him work it out. I understand why they did the opener, and you know they're short on starters. They need to straighten them out, but if it's not working, it's not working. So you have to keep it right here. So that's going to do it for Severino. Not what he wanted, not what the Yankees wanted. So Keenan Middleton will come on for the Yanks. Severino will depart. There's more work to do. White Sox lead by 3.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped? Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
Ready? Go. I'm coming out with a bang. Going out on the next big thing. Everybody with my shine. If you want a piece, baby, get in line. Ain't nobody do it like this. Don't feel right now, just don't quit. I'm coming out with a bang. Going out on the next big thing.
We don't just have everything. We have your thing.
Going out on the next.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Well, Keenan Middleton takes over for the Yankees, and this is what he said after being traded to the Yankees from the White Sox. The second I found out I was traded, I shaved my face. I was ready to play by their rules because all I want to do is win games. You know how to act here. You know not to be late, and you know there are consequences if you are late. So obviously stating the obvious, but also shading the Chicago White Sox, saying that there weren't rules and they weren't looking to win. And Rick Hahn, the executive of the White Sox, kind of pushed back on that. This is what Middleton's done with the White Sox and the Yankees in 41 games. 52 strikeouts in 39 and a third innings. So here's Colas. And a strike. Oh, and 2. Yankees made the Middleton deal right before the trade deadline. And he strikes out Colas for the first out.
He showed all 3 pitches in this sequence. The slider, the fastball, and now the changeup fading off the plate. Colas was trying to hit home run number 2 on the night. And a very proud Severino sitting there trying to figure it out. It has been just such a tough go for him. At once one of the very best pitchers in the American League, a Cy Young contender, Luis Severino. Very proud, a great Yankee, a great story. Has really just come on hard times, and you have to wonder what the future is going to be for him here.
Ground ball and through for a base hit. Grandal advances to second, a single for Andrews. First and second, 1 out for the White Sox here in the 4th.
It's kind of been for me, Michael, with Severino, man. I love Luis. I mean, I've watched every one of his starts over the years. And, there's been a lot of talk about mechanics, tipping pitches, but it does seem like he's opening up and showing the ball sooner to hitters, whether you land a little open or whether your front shoulder flies open. And when that happens, the hitter does see the release point sooner. And that's one possibility.
Anderson jumps on the first pitch and pops it up. Torres will make the play. Runners stay put.
You know, I did that in my career too towards the end, and a lot of that was when my arm was fatigued or it wasn't quite fully healthy. That you're kind of cheating and you're trying to get more into it, and that's when your front shoulder starts to fly a little bit, and then you show the release point. You show the ball before you release it to the hitter a little sooner. And that extra time for the hitter helps him recognize the pitch and see it that much clearer.
There's Benintendi. Tipped into the glove of Higashioka.
We showed a young Mariano Rivera earlier, and he's one of the best I ever saw at staying close for a long time. And almost landing with his plant foot closed. That's what gave Mariano Rivera a lot of deception to go with that great stuff he had.
Soft ground ball, second base. Torres makes the play, and the White Sox strand 2, and Severino along with his thoughts.
Are you two Zillow-ing mansions with bowling alleys?
No. Yes.
Well, here's the thing.
Zillowing doesn't just mean looking at houses.
Now you can Zillow an agent.
Trish.
And you can even Zillow, wait for it, a home loan. So Zillow your beautiful selves into that place you've been dreaming of. Because now, Zillow means everything you need to get home.
I crossed that one. I tell you what's crushing professional baseball person Julio Rodriguez. Phone offers that lock you into a 3-year device contract.
I hate that.
Everybody hates that, Julio Rodriguez. Luckily, with T-Mobile's new Intune, new and existing customers always get the same great phone deals and are upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3.
Nice hoop.
Thank you. Did I mention you can get the amazing iPhone 14 with its dual camera system on T-Mobile?
Get iPhone 14 on us at T-Mobile. Oh!
Sorry.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok. Without TikTok.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of...
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Carlos May, Kenny Lofton, Tim Raines. I missed one in there. And Darryl Boston.
Debo, the mayor.
Yeah.
If you want to go down a rabbit hole, look at Kenny Lofton's numbers and tell me he's not qualified for another look for the Hall of Fame.
And there's Darryl Boston.
One of the great teammates of all time right there.
Quickly 0-2 on Bader. What made him such a good teammate?
That's why he called him the mayor, because he knew everybody. He was a great guy to hang out with, go to dinner with.
What team were you on that you were with him?
The Mets.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss. Bader strikes out for the second time against Clevenger.
We talked about Clevenger, the breaking stuff to right-handed batters and the changeup to lefties. He's had them both working so far. And his velocity's up compared to his average on the year, averaging about 94. A couple ticks up tonight.
Cabrera fouls it back. Oswaldo walked in the third inning. One and one. Luis Robert Jr. sprained right pinky finger. X-rays negative. But he's out of this game.
Kind of need your pinky in this game, right? It's not like Ronnie Lott. You can just cut it off, right? My pinky's broken. Just get rid of it. I want to play football. You can't do that in this sport.
Now I wonder, though, David, Mordecai Three-Fingered Brown, was the pinky one of the fingers that wasn't there?
Good question. I do not know that answer.
I bet you James Smythe will find out.
There are some pictures out there of him. Early turn of the century.
Looks like he did have his pinky. I just saw a picture. What's weird, David, is his index finger is missing, Mordecai Brown. But the other ones are all there, so why wasn't he Mordecai Four-Finger Brown?
That's right. Well, the thumb. Yeah. Tom Thumb.
Carlos May was missing a thumb. Foul back here.
That makes it even more impressive. Without an index finger, it's like a perpetual circle changeup grip. You know, he's throwing with his middle two fingers.
Former Yankee Bob Wickman, I think, lost the tip of his middle finger, and that actually made his pitches move.
Yeah, he got some really good sinker spin on it that he used to talk about. And one of the great sinkers of his generation.
Swing and a miss. Cabrera down on strikes. Now it's time for trivia. You hear the music? White Sox are one of 4 teams the Yankees have never played in the postseason. Who are the other 3? Does that include the National League, too? Okay. It does include the National League. Here's Higashioka. They played Texas. They played Seattle.
You had to bring up Seattle, didn't you?
I don't think they I don't think they've played the Blue Jays. Yeah. That's right. So they never played Montreal and they never played the Nats. Still 0-2 on Higashioka. 4-1 White Sox over the Yankees. Rubber game of this 3-game set.
It's one place I miss going to, Montreal. Great city. Especially this time of year.
Haven't played the Rockies. So that's 3 we have. We need 1 more. Oh, okay. Yeah, the White Sox. Okay, you got them. Fouled straight back here. You got it, David? Oh, just under the booth. Well, there's the answer. Blue Jays, Nationals, and Rockies.
It's the quickest turnaround on a trivia we've had in a while.
Did he go? Yes, he did. So Clevenger strikes out the side. Yankees go down in order. We're halfway through.
Lost Medicaid or CHIP coverage? Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Emergency care? Prescriptions?
With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
What's the website again?
Healthcare.gov.
I crossed that one. I tell you what's crushing professional baseball person Julio Rodriguez. Phone offers that lock you into a 3-year device contract.
I hate that.
Everybody hates that, Julio Rodriguez. Luckily, with T-Mobile's new in 2, new and existing customers always get the same great phone deals and are upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3.
Nice hoop.
Thank you. Did I mention you can get the amazing iPhone 14 with its dual camera system on T-Mobile?
Get iPhone 14 on us at T-Mobile.
Oh! Sorry.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Some of us that his dad kept the gun to serve
Well, Friday night on Yes, the Yankees road trip continues as the Yankees head to Miami to kick off a weekend set with the Marlins. Coverage begins at 6 with the pregame. Then first pitch will be just after 6:30 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Yankees have not announced the pitcher for Friday's game. Maybe Randy Vasquez, but we do not know. The turn of Nestor Cortez Jr. was Friday, but they want to give him an extra day, so he'll pitch Saturday. Audi scoreboard, 4-1 White Sox as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Trace Thompson, who replaced Luis Robert Jr., takes outside. from Middleton. Just over the leaping try of Cabrera, base hit for Thompson.
Little hump back line drag just over Cabrera.
Big cut by Jimenez, fouled away. Keeping Thompson close. One. Jimenez is 0 for 2. Middleton, third Yankee pitcher. Hamilton was the opener, scoreless first. Then Severino came on, gave up 3 runs in the second and a run in the third before being relieved after walking the leadoff batter in the fourth.
Jimenez does not like the pitch. Higashioka did a nice job of pulling that one up. Got the call.
Warner goes, pitch is high, the throw to second. Not in time, stolen base.
Got a nice jump. It's a good pitch for Higashioka to throw on. Got off a decent throw, and Thompson just got one step too much on the lead and the jump.
Chop, second base, off the glove of Torres. Trace Thompson's going to come home. He played that casually to the side, and it bounded off his glove into right field, and now it's 5-1 White Sox. That's an E4 on Gleyber Torres.
It's had a lot of spin on it. As you see, he tries to come up and get it, and it just eats him up right on by.
So no Ribby in E4. Jimenez reaches. Here's Moncada. A couple of doubles tonight.
You know, I mean, it looked worse than it was. That was a hard play for Gleyber there. That ball was smacked right down on the mound, on the ground, 108 miles an hour with a lot of spin. He tried to come up and play the short hop. That was much harder than it looked. Another look. That was hammered off the ground, a high hop. You see how that big hop, 108 miles an hour straight down, and then a big hop, and the second hop just took off.
Popped up, long run for Kanafalefa, and he cannot make the play. They score that no play.
Almost got there. Looks like he's got a beat on right there, and then just kind of comes back on him a bit.
2-2. Hit sharply, and this time he grabs it on the short up and turns it into a double play. Nice play by Gleyber Torres to start the 4-6-3.
Got a little more time on this hop.
Here's Andrew Vaughn. One and 0.
Looking up at the light towers here. You know what also happened on this date in Chicago in 1988?
1988. Is that when Wrigley got lights?
The first night game at Wrigley Field. I was there with the Mets. The scheduled first game got rained out. The next night, played a night game at Wrigley. Lenny Dykstra went back to make a play in center field and got a beer tossed on him. Didn't faze him a bit.
Grounded to third. Kanafalefa fires across to get him for the final out. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left. 5-1 White Sox.
I walk along the city streets you used to walk along with me. And every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me? Always something there to remind me.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it.
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you and her and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way.
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
When you drive a Ram, summer is more than a season. It's an opportunity to get more in before the sun goes down. Make this the summer you drive America's best light-duty pickup.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Astros and Orioles tonight. Remember last night, Kyle Tucker hit a grand slam to put Houston at front and win it. Tonight in the first, takes a slider from Jack Flaherty up and out. 2-run homer, 21st of the year. Houston leading Baltimore in that one 3-2. Top half of the eighth. Guys, back to you.
Well, Michael Lorenzen, the no-hitter, walked 4, struck out 5, threw a season-high 124 pitches. Interesting stat. Since 2012, I believe, only one Yankee pitcher has thrown more than 124 pitches, and that was Garrett Cole, who threw 129 at Houston in 2021. Here's Garrett. There's a strike. Lambert up for the White Sox. Clevenger at 81 pitches. Two and two.
Well, one reason for that, Michael, is and certainly Garrett Cole is capable of throwing more pitches. One reason, really a couple reasons, but the main one is there's so many more relievers nowadays. More on the roster, more that throw hard. There used to be a big drop-off 20 years ago or 30 years ago to middle relief. There was good closers in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, but middle relief guys are sinker ballers, finesse guys. There's a big drop-off from the quality of pitches from starting pitching to middle relief, and that's no longer the case. It's almost the opposite.
Fly ball, shallow center, and what a play by Tim Anderson to take a base hit away from Jake Bowers. Boy, he covered a lot of ground.
Yes, he did. Just outran that ball.
Signaling touchdown. Here's Judge singling a walk for him. We're in the 6th inning, 5-1 Chicago. High fly ball, right field. Kolas back. 2 outs. Fans, go to @YesNetwork on Twitter and vote for the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Is it number 1, Gleyber Torres, number 2, Giancarlo Stanton, number 3, Clark Schmidt? Ground ball to second. And that is it. As the Yankees go down in order, Clevenger's retired 9 in a row.
City streets you used to walk along with me, and every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me, always something there to remind me.
Ever since we started looking for a better cashback credit card.
Options have been coming out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
At NerdWallet, we can help you make the smartest decision by comparing top cards. That way you get cash back on the things you care about most.
Oh, that one has cashback on dining out.
Oh, that's great because our table is...
Oh.
We don't have a table.
Where's our daughter?
Hi, Mom.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Tourists. Tourists that turn into scientists. Tourists taking photos that are analyzed by AI. So researchers can help life underwater flourish.
It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of Cole. He's a huge fan of the Yankees and loves to watch the games on Yes with his family. Got a couple of baseballs there. Hope he's enjoying tonight in Norwalk, Connecticut. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention Yes in pictures you post to social media. Reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game, Cole.
Yeah, Cole Kimball.
It's a good name. Strong baseball name. All right, so, David, we saw the play with Gleyber Torres, which was scored in error, allowing a run to score. And I just got a communication from Robbie Alomar, the Hall of Famer. He says that even though he would have made that play, that ball is not an error. It should be a hit.
I agree. It was hit 108 miles an hour off the bat, straight down. And then by the time it went up in the air so high and came down and got the second hop, it had tremendous spin on it.
Wandy takes over and deals a strike to Grandal.
You know, at this point, he tries to come and get it, but this ball, you see how fast it's traveling and how much topspin it's got on it. That was much harder than you think it was.
Alomar said he would have made the play because he was one of the best ever, but he said that's not an error.
It's a harder play than you think.
Two and two. Grandal RBI single in the second. That was off of Severino. Then he walked. The final batter faced by Severino in the fourth. Gleyber Torres right there. One away here in the sixth.
Nice. We got Robbie Alomar watching a Yankee game. It's kind of cool.
Colas swings and misses against Peralta.
Still remember the home run he hit in the playoffs in 1992 against Dennis Eckersley in the Oakland A's. Back when Eck was in the middle of his incredible run. It was unhittable almost. You know, Eckersley was famous for the fist pump, right? You talk about let the kids play. There's a lot of guys that had a little emotion back then. When Robbie Alomar hit that home run off of Eckersley, our whole bench almost went out to the foul line, giving the fist pump right back to Dennis Eckersley. The whole bench in unison. Toronto Blue Jay history in 1992. That was a big deal.
Check swing, 1-2. And down goes Colas for the second out.
That was huge. That home run off of that guy in that game. That reaction.
I wish they would have shown the dugout.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Eck about it later, and he didn't care. He's like, I deserved it. That's fine, you know.
One 1-0 on Elvis Andrus.
You know, all the unwritten rules in baseball, you know, you can't celebrate too much back in the day. Don't show your opponent up. That was all out the window in postseason. Everybody kind of let their hair down. Robbie Alomar with that home run and the hands over the head. That happened during the regular season, right? Nolan Ryan would have gave him a bow tie back in the day. The whole let the kids play, it's been around longer than you think, especially in postseason.
Three and one. What's interesting about Andrus, his name is Elvis, right? He has no idea if he was named after Elvis Presley. Everyone in his family, the name starts with an E. The first name starts with an E. Nice play by Kanafalefa across the diamond. And Wandy works a 1-2-3 inning as we go to the seventh. 5-1 White Sox.
As parents, we pay outlays for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
Ever since we started looking for a better cashback credit card.
Options have been coming out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
At NerdWallet, we can help you make the smartest decision by comparing top cards. That way you get cash back on the things you care about most.
Oh, that one has cash back on dining out.
Oh, that's great because our table is...
Oh.
We don't have a table.
Where's our daughter?
Hi, Mom.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
A man, his tractor, and his family. These are the Upshaws. Though he goes by Shaw, which stands for skilled hands at work. From cutting hair and mowing grass to roasting marshmallows, he's got a grasp on what matters most. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us on a John Deere tractor and start telling yours. Get $1,000 off a 1025R tractor and 0% APR fixed rate for 660 months.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Burt, the top rehabilitation experts serving the tri-state area. Every expertise for every life. By the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Please play responsibly. You must be 18 or over. And by Western Beef Supermarkets. Think fresh. Save big. That was the big move the Yankees made, getting Bucky Dent from the White Sox after the 76 season when they got swept by the Reds in the World Series. And Dent obviously worked his magic at shortstop. Yankees won 2 straight championships.
Bucky Dent with the eye black. I think that was a poster that was on a lot of young girls' rooms back in the day. The matinee idol.
Jimmy Lambert takes over. Speaking of matinee idols, yesterday was the anniversary. Bucky Dent was traded to Texas for Lee Mazzilli.
One matinee idol for another, right?
Big time. That one is drilled to right field and deep. See ya. A long home run the other way for Stanton. And it is 5-2 White Sox.
Just an absolute laser. Well, you had to speed up your delivery on that one, Michael.
Billy McKinney takes a strike from Lambert. Clevenger obviously a victim of his past injuries and a pitch count that they had him at. He pitched great, allowing just 1 run over 6 innings, but they weren't going to push him much further. Aaron Bummer, one of the 2 lefties in the bullpen, getting ready for the White Sox. Hit shortly to short. Oh, took a tough hop and got right past Anderson. And a base hit for McKinney. Anderson looked like he had it lined up. And then it kind of just shot right past him.
Well, that's 111 miles an hour off of Stanton's barrel. And don't blink, because it's out of here already. 4.7 seconds hang time. Contrast that to Aaron Judge's moonshot last night. That was almost 7 seconds, so. In a hurry is an understatement.
Conifalefa rockets one past Moncada. Yankees have had 3 balls on the nose against Lambert. And that'll bring up the tying run With first and second, nobody out.
Yankees happy to see Clevenger out of the game. Starting to make some loud sounds off their bats in this inning.
So how about this stat, David? Stanton has hit 6 home runs in this ballpark. 5 of them to right field. Not like he can't reach left field, but it must be the way they pitch him here. '17th, or his 18th home run of the year.
He may not be able to run anymore the way he used to, but his bat speed's still there.
So here is Bader. He struck out twice against Clevenger. Lambert getting rocked here in the 7th. One and 0.
First and second, nobody out. Count leverage for Bader here. 2-0 count.
Now 3-0. Oswaldo Cabrera is on deck.
That's what happens when you're on the mound and you start giving up rockets. It scares you out of the strike zone. Been there, done it.
Strike. 3-1. Bader taking all the way.
Take note, 3-0 slider.
And he walked him to load the bases. Home run, single walk. And Pedro Grifol has seen enough. Takes the ball from Lambert. Going to go to the bullpen. Yankees have the bases loaded, nobody out. Oswaldo Cabrera coming up. Bullpen coming in.
All right, we're here, Yankee Stadium.
Time to expose Jimmy's John's new summer wrap.
Speaking very clearly, what's inside the jalapeno ranch chicken wrap?
Crispy jalapenos, all natural chicken.
I can't do this. I'm wearing a wire. I'm not who you think I am.
Jimmy John's summer wraps are back for a limited time.
This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game. New customers get a no-sweat first bet and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win.
It's time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, for 6 innings, Clevenger really had it working. Some of the best stuff he's shown all year. His velocity was up. Secondary pitches were all there. The slider changeup combo. He got 6 innings in. 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, and 1 earned run.
So they call on Bummer, who's not had a great season ERA-wise, but he does have more than a strikeout per inning. Now, Clevenger threw 86 pitches, and he allowed 3 hits. Lambert threw 11 pitches, and he allowed 3 hits. So the White Sox bullpen has been an issue all year. 4.53 ERA, one of the worst in baseball. McKinney's at third. Canafaletta at second. Bader is at first. So good speed on the bases for the Yankees. Here's Oswaldo Cabrera. And there's a strike. Oswaldo, a switch hitter, hitting from the right side against the lefty Bummer.
Bummer's got good stuff. His numbers aren't the same as it's been in years past, but he was a sought-after name at the trade deadline.
Breaking ball, low and inside, 1-1. He is a ground ball specialist, Bummer is. That's what he wants right now. 1-2. "40 innings this year, and he has not allowed a home run." Strike 3. Cabrera down looking. 1 away.
No doubt about it. Threads the needle on the inside corner.
So here's Kyle Higashioka. He was 0 for 2 against Clevenger. Bases loaded, 1 out. So we told you he hasn't allowed a home run in 40 innings. That's the second most innings this year without allowing one. Only Jason Foley of the Tigers has not allowed a home run. He did it in 50 innings.
Are you vying for an announcer jinx right there?
We'll see. Nope. Let's see if they can turn 2. There's 1, and there's 2. Boy, Bummer came on and did some job. A strikeout, and this 4-6-3, a double play. Yankees get a run, but they strand 2.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
I'm currently out of the office, focusing on a little blue sky thinking. I'll be taking meetings with family and friends and checking voicemail as my activities permit. I'll connect with you after reconnecting with me. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
KFC's new ultimate barbecue chicken sandwich with hickory smoked bacon, honey barbecue sauce, crispy onions, fried chicken on a brioche bun.
Oh, looks good. Tastes good.
And it's time for your Ford Studio update. Bob and Todd with you. And Yankees last night synced up the pitching and hitting. We saw in that 7th it didn't work for them, and they couldn't back up what Luis Severino was doing.
Yeah, and I think you look at this. Ian Hamilton came out beautifully. 10 pitches, 4 batters up and down. Then you got Severino coming in. 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. That's not going to do it. His pitches look flat. Everything wasn't there. Every pitch was not working.
Yeah, Severino's a mystery. We'll break him down on the postgame. Hear from Aaron Boone as well, guys.
All right, thank you, guys. 5-7-0 for the White Sox, 2-6-1 for the Yankees. Severino, just 2 innings. Stanton with a home run. Clevenger was really, really solid. Oscar Colas, a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning off of Severino. So the Yankees really waste a wonderful opportunity in the top of the 7th after the Stanton home run. Bases loaded, nobody out, and they can't push across another run as Bummer comes on and does a great job. So here's Tim Anderson.
A real momentum swinger for the Yankees right there.
Anderson swings and misses. Anderson's 0 for 3 tonight. Last 4 years, a 300 hitter and hitting just 240 this season. It seems like this past week, David, we keep seeing bases loaded, and the big hit's just not there. Yesterday was the outlier.
Yeah, nothing's more frustrating than not being able to cash in opportunities, especially bases loaded ones.
Well, in this series, they're 3 for 24 with runners in scoring position, and they have 14 strikeouts looking. Just got a piece off the changeup by Wandy. One nothing Toronto over the Guardians. One away. Well, let's take a look at the defensive play of the game.
Well, you talked about it. Bummer keeps the ball on the ground. That was well struck, hit hard, but double play all the way. When you hit the ball that hard right at him, that's what happens.
So here's Benintendi. So Toronto loses yesterday 1-0. Now they win today 1-0. So the Yankees picked up a game yesterday. They don't want to give it back tonight. Count 0-2 on Benintendi. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And Boston beat KC 4-3.
Blue Jays, that was Kevin Gausman going 7 shutout innings for the Blue Jays, who's had a big year for them.
Swing and a miss. Benintendi down on strikes. And Wandy has retired all 5 batters he's faced. Here's Trace Thompson. Trace is the brother of the Warriors' Klay Thompson. A lot of athleticism in that family. And the son of Michael Thompson, M-Y-C-H-A-L.
Yeah, he kind of revitalized his career with the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And then fell on hard times this year and was included in the recent trade.
Trace took over for Luis Robert Jr., singled in the 5th, stole 2nd, and scored on what was scored in E4 on Gleyber Torres. 2-2. Foul back. Big cut by Thompson. In the bottom of the 7th, it's 5-2 Chicago. And Thompson works a walk. And now you have to watch as he could steal a base. And that'll do it for Wandy, with Eloy Jimenez coming up. Boone calls for the right-hander. And that'll do it for Wandy Peralta. Yankees trying to keep it right here at 5-2. Albert Abreu coming on. Peralta departing.
What's up at DQ? That guy's going fry first on a $7 meal deal. Ooh, or is it dessert first? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries, drink, and a sundae, is the best full-size meal deal of all.
Cheeseburger. Chicken strips.
And he can't believe he got a full-size meal for just $7.
Can't believe I got a full-size meal for just $7.
That's a $7.
Even little Luna, when she's born, her dad served.
So all this time I could have had USAA insurance.
And banking.
Where's my phone?
Over there.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Well, come out to Yankee Stadium Sunday, August 20th, and celebrate last season's historic home run chase. The first 18,000 fans in attendance are going to receive a special Roger Maris number 61 bobblehead, the first of a two-part collectible set courtesy of TikTok. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Now, the bobblehead has an interlocking base, as you can see. That's going to match up with an Aaron Judge number 62 bobblehead that will be given out on September 23rd. Nice set to have. As Abreu comes on to face Jimenez. 39th game for Albert. 52 strikeouts in 47 2/3 innings. He'll occasionally walk a batter. And a strike. Jimenez is 0 for 3. Reached on that E4 in the 5th.
You think back to when Jimenez was acquired by the White Sox. Kind of one of those dream trades if you're a general manager. Cubs are trying to win a World Series. They need a pitcher. They got Jose Quintana, and they got Dylan Cease and Eloy Jimenez. And a couple other guys in that trade. Pretty good return.
Two outs, 1-1 count on Jimenez. Hit sharply and grabbed smoothly by Canafalefa. Boy, he can play third base. That'll do it in the 7th inning. We go to the 8th.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
Most health insurance companies see us all the same. That's why I chose Humana. I'm pre-diabetic, so I talked one-on-one with the Humana health educator who really helped me. Now I'm taking free cooking and meditation classes. Humana.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Hyundai scoreboard, White Sox lead the Yankees 5-2 as we go to the 8th, and they go to Anthony Volpe to pinch hit for Jake Bauers here to start the 8th inning against Bummer. He had an opportunity with the bases loaded in the 7th with Cabrera up and Higashioka up to go to the bench. It would lead you to believe that LeMahieu simply wasn't available. I mean, he was scratched from the starting lineup because of a tight calf. And if he wasn't, you could see him being used there as a pinch hitter for one of those guys. And now they don't want the lefty Bauers to face the left-hander Bummer, so they'll go to Anthony Volpe, who did not start this game.
Yes, that's a great point. And LeMahieu probably not available, and Bummer really tough on left-handed batters.
So Ethan Katz, pitching coach, goes out and talks over how they want to pitch to Volpe.
See Santos, the righty, warming up for the White Sox. He's got good stuff.
Swings at the first pitch and pops it up. That'll make the seats out of play. Over the screen and over the dugout. David, you showed me an amazing bit of information before the game today about Volpe as the what was that, Fangraphs?
Baseball Reference.
Baseball Reference defensive WAR. It's the second best WAR of any defender in the American League.
Second to Wander Franco, the Rays.
I mean, that's over, Bader and Kiermaier and all the great defenders that you could think of. That kind of jumped out at me.
I mean, the defensive metrics can be a little noisy, from Baseball Savant and StatCast to Baseball Reference to DRS. There's a lot of metrics out there. But there's no doubt he's played a solid shortstop.
One of the things that we had heard from scouts that they were worried about, did he have enough arm? We haven't seen any indication that he doesn't have enough arm.
Absolutely. He's made all the plays, all the throws.
Did he go? No, he did not. So he works to count 3-2 against Bummer. And he works a walk in a pinch hitting appearance. All right, so he is signaled. It'll be Santos against Judge when we get back. Bummer, great to get out of the 7th inning, but he walks the pinch hitter Volpe, so his night is done. And the Yankees are going to try to do some damage against a shaky White Sox bullpen. Aaron Judge up next.
I crossed that one.
I tell you what's crushing professional baseball person Julio Rodriguez. Phone offers that lock you into a 3-year device contract.
I hate that.
Everybody hates that, Julio Rodriguez. Luckily, with T-Mobile's new Intune, new and existing customers always get the same great phone deals and are upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3.
Nice hoop.
Thank you. Did I mention you can get the amazing iPhone 14 with its dual camera system on T-Mobile?
Get iPhone 14 on us at T-Mobile. Oh!
Sorry.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
See everything your store can do with tools from Square. Your inventory automatically restocks, so you never run low. Your online store stays open 24/7, so you're always ready to sell. Your payments are processed in seconds, so customers can breeze through checkout. And with one account to manage it all, you've got more time for taking time out. Get your all-in-one retail system by signing up at square.com today.
Hey. Rental?
Hey fans, up your fan engagement and earn real rewards with the new Yes Rewards loyalty program on the Yes app. Complete quests and earn points for watching the team that you love. Then redeem for awesome prizes and gift cards. Get in the game with Yes Rewards on the Yes app. Gregory Santos. Decent numbers. Santos against Judge. So with the pinch hitting appearance and then the subsequent walk, Volpe has now played in every game this season for the Yankees. And not missed a game. He hasn't started a couple, but he's appeared in every game. And if you're not going to play in 162 when you're 22, when will you?
Well, that's been sort of one of the criticisms in a lot of minor league systems, that when young kids do get to the big leagues, they're not used to the workload. More off days, the load management is different, very protective with some of the young players, especially the prospects. It's one of the big problems young players have getting to the big leagues is the demand on your body, the schedule, the intensity.
Big cut by Judge. 1-2. 99 miles an hour.
Power against power, and that ball's got some life on it. A two-seamer with some runnage up and in.
.99 fouls off 99. Line drive and off the glove of a diving Andrus. He's going to fire to second, and they get Volpe. Nothing Volpe could do there. Had a hold up. So that's a force out. 4-6.
Another look. Looked like he had it right there. Just a really tough read all the way around.
So here's Gleyber Torres. And there's a strike, 100 miles on the outside corner. One and one. Two and one on Torres. On deck is Stanton. Check the swing. He held up 3-1. Eighth inning. 5-7-0 White Sox. 2-6-1 for the Yankees. And he walked him. Now that's a big walk because you bring up Stanton as the tying run. This will be power against power.
Stanton obviously representing the tying run. One swing ties this up.
It was a good find by the White Sox. He was designated for assignment by the Giants in December. What a pickup. And what the White Sox did, they took away his four-seamer, and they had him throw the sinker. They said it's better with his arm angle, and it's worked out.
Getting him in the strike zone is the key.
Fouled the other way.
Absolute rocket in the previous at-bat from Giancarlo. Looking to do it again.
Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. 2 away.
93 miles an hour. Perfectly executed.
Here's Billy McKinney inside 1-0.
It's obviously one of the biggest changes in the big leagues is the velocity over the last 10 years, 15 years. There's guys in an independent baseball right now that are potential big leaguers throwing 95 plus.
Chopped to first. The flip to Santos. He comes in and gets the job done. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Leftovers again.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
When you want to celebrate a special moment, or give the perfect gift,
Ooh, thanks.
or make the perfect statement, or when you just want to express yourself, you want Zazzle. Discover it, make it, share it, love it. Create it at Zazzle.com. When you want to celebrate a special moment, or give the perfect gift,
Ooh, thanks.
or make the perfect statement, or when you just want to express yourself, you want Zazzle. Discover it, make it, share it, love it. Create it at Zazzle.com.
It's about trick plays, and if ever
Local hero, national champ, now he's home and expected to save the franchise and continue to go forward with hope as the plan.
What's up, guys? I wish this was in person so I could buy each and one of you a beer or something.
Let's play the game.
Hey, guys, am I dreaming or can we actually win this thing?
Rowing is boring and hard, but it's a great full-body workout that utilizes 86% of muscles. That's what inspired me to combine my love of games, community, and competition to create Avron, a connected fitness experience that is truly unique and even addictive. Avron is a rower for non-rowers and uses game psychology and design to drive motivation and results. My mission is to change the way you think and feel about rowing.
Hyundai scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. White Sox 5-7-0, leading the Yankees 2-6-1. Volpe takes over at shortstop. And Cabrera moves from shortstop to left. And McKinney moves from left to first. First time he's played at first base since last year with the A's. Abreu got the final out of the 7th, pitching here in the bottom of the 8th. Slider. And there's no getting around it. Yankees need to win this game. In their last 10 series, they've won 1, they've lost 6, and they've split 3. That's since July started. So at some point, you've got to start stacking wins if you want to make up a deficit. Beginning of this long road trip. And the next 2 stops don't get any easier. The Marlins are obviously battling for a playoff spot, and the Braves might be the best team in baseball as Moncada works a walk.
I think I'll come to Atlanta and see you down there.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. No South Beach for me. Paulie will be there, though.
He will be there. One and 0. There's a strike to Vaughn, 1-1. Yankees have had a hard time scoring runs, so it's important not to give any more to the White Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. You've also had the White Sox just go through the heart of the order for the Yankees. There's a base hit to right field off the bat of Vaughn. Moncada will stop at second.
It's just good bat work right there. Looking to go that way the whole time. He sees the big hole over there and finds it.
Nick Ramirez heating up. Here is Yasmani Grandal. Oh, strike. Fouled away. Grandal in the last season of a 4-year, $73 million free agent deal. First 2 years were good. Last 2 years haven't been good. That one is through for a base hit. Moncada will stop at third as Judge fires in, and bases loaded. Nobody out for the White Sox.
Ground ball's getting through. Big high hop, top spin. Everybody knows Aaron Judge can throw. He's not going to test that.
So with Colas due up, they take the ball from Abreu. They go to Nick Ramirez. Yankees trying to stop it right here. Bases loaded, nobody out for Chicago.
KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich. Fried chicken, crispy onions, bacon, cheese, pickles, and sweet honey barbecue sauce.
It's a barbecue in every bite of KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Sandwich.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We'd set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
This is not something you just watch. This is how you power your career, grow an epic garden, or make a quick dinner unforgettable.
Oh, this is about to be fire.
This is not sitting back or zoning out. This is your voice.
This is your canvas. This is another way of playing.
This is where you stop scrolling and start doing with thousands of lessons from the best to ever do it. This is not streaming.
This is Masterclass.
Rowing is boring and hard, but it's a full-body workout that engages 86% of muscles. That's why we designed a rowing experience that's truly unique and even addictive. Aviron uses game psychology to get you motivated and keep you consistent through immersive gameplay.
Now the play of the game is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers.
Well, this was the here we go again moment for Luis Severino as he leaves a slider right there, and the look tells you all you need to know, and out comes the Homer jacket and the hat, and that guy right there got it going for the White Sox.
And here's Nick Ramirez in his 26th game. Colas' home run in the second, his third of the year. He struck out in his other two at-bats tonight. Big spot in this game if the Yankees intend to try to come back in the ninth. Moncada at third, Vaughn at second, Grandal at first. Yankees have the infield in. Can't afford to give up a run. Outside, 1-0. Chopped slowly to McKinney. He's going to come home to get the force. One away.
Well, good pitch, good play. Get the ball on the ground. He does. McKinney, be sure, and he does.
So now Vaughn is at third, Grandal at second, Colas is at first, and that'll bring up Elvis Andrus. Infield back at double play depth. Foul ball outside of first. So grounder to third or first, they might come home. Middle infielders will go for two. 1-1. Two and one, no place to put Andrus. Hit sharply and inside third and down the left field line. Vaughn scores. Grandal scores. Colas rounds third. He is going to score. It's a bases clearing double by Elvis Andrus. And that is a tough blow for the Yankees as they're trailing 8-2.
It's the quandary for every manager now. You bring in a lefty to face a lefty, but he's got to stay in for three batters. Got the first one. Second one does him in. Andrus right down the line. The minute he got in the corner, the bases were going to clear.
So here's Tim Anderson chasing Andrus back. Andrus now with 28 ribbies on the season, 2 for 4 tonight. He's 10 for his last 23. One and 0.
The days of the lefty on lefty specialists are kind of over. You bring him in, you got to leave him in.
That's why Wandy is so valuable, because he owns lefties, but then his changeup makes him effective against righties.
Yes.
That one is looped into left center field. It's a base hit. Andrus scores easily. Anderson with an RBI single, and it is 9-2 Chicago.
Down over the plate. Anderson goes down and digs it out. Off-speed pitch. Katie barred the door.
Only the 20th ribby of the year for Anderson.
I don't know what Katie barred the door means, but I heard Tim McCarver say it once, so.
You got a copy?
I just stole it.
That was a pitch clock violation, so that's ball one. Told them to move the rosin back, so they took the ball that they put up on the scoreboard off. It was not a pitch clock violation. 1-1.
Never understood that. It's not like your release point's coming out of the ground.
Well, maybe if Quisenberry was under it.
Yeah, if Quisenberry, then I'd say, all right, move the rosin back.
Two. Still 2-2. And the pitch. Unless the Yankees rally in the ninth, they have a day to kind of reset, an off day before the 3-game set that starts Friday against the Marlins. That one is looped into center field, and Bader's there to make the play. 2 outs. But it's a more than a little concerning. You know, you have the off day, but there's no pitcher at this point for Friday. Severino did not do well today. Your short pitchers with Rodon on the IL and Herman gone from the team, so a lot of problems to solve.
In a stretch of games where 19 out of the next 25 are on the road against good teams. Or at least beginning this series, it was 19 out of the next 25. Going to face some live arms in Miami, too. The Marlins rotation is among the most talented in the game.
1-2.
As you said before, Michael, then you got to go to Atlanta. And they, this year, are having an unbelievable year. Incredible lineup, 1 through 9. So it's not getting easier. Two on Trace Thompson. The Atlanta Braves lineup this year has taken the whole new meaning to drawing first blood. They come out ready to swing from the first inning on.
Swing and a miss. And that will do it. But the White Sox put a 4 spot on the board in the bottom of the 8th. Yankees are down by 7 as we go to the 9th.
This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game. New customers get a no-sweat first bet and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you don't win.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. You need a bit more deep sleep. Getting enough high-quality sleep increases immunity. Why? Because sleep helps fend off sickness. A good night's sleep boosts your number of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. And with your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep deep and keep your immunity up. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger. Go to sleep with auraring.com.
Well, fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame and get analysis from the studio and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report and a look ahead to the series we mentioned with the Marlins in Miami. Well, we go to the 9th inning, 9-11-0, leading 2-6-1. Santos will try to close it out as he deals a strike to Kiner-Falefa. You know, if you have higher aspirations and aspirations of making the playoffs, you can't come into Chicago against a White Sox team that's 23 games under 500 and not win the series. I mean, this is going to be a tough thing to digest and explain away. I mean, do you want to make a run? Are you good enough to make a run? You got to start winning series, and the White Sox, that was there for the taking.
The Yankees got behind the 8-ball early tonight. Clevenger was good. Severino was not. Tried to make a threat to get back in it, but lost it late. The game just got away.
Well, this is the 11th series they've played since July. And unless they have this miraculous rally, 1 win in the series. 7 series losses, 3 splits. That's not going to get it done. Chopped to first, Vaughn. 1 away. Well, this is what they have to deal with now. 3 in Miami, then 3 in Atlanta, then another off day Thursday, the 17th of August, and then the Red Sox come to town.
Right through the middle of the dog days of August.
So here's Bader, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Pitch outside. Two and 0. There's the strike. 2-1. Wade did that one 2-2. Boy, Santos has really good stuff.
Your relief pitcher, you can pitch from the stretch and just throw 2 pitches. A 99-mile-an-hour two-seamer. And a tunneling effect off of that with the slider in the low 90s. When you throw that hard, hitters have to guess almost. You have to start your swing soon, and then if you guess wrong, you can look silly.
So Grandal with a conversation with Santos. Clevenger started. Lambert came in and couldn't get a batter out. Gave up a home run, left the bases loaded, nobody out. And then Aaron Bummer, he's the unsung hero in this game. He struck out Cabrera looking in the 7th and got Higashioka to bang into a 4-6-3 double play, which kept it at 5-2. Swing and a miss. Slider at 90 miles an hour. Bader down on strikes. Yankees down to their final out.
Low and away. It's where they teach you to throw it, and it usually works.
Now, if you want to look at some of the underlying problems, if you take Cole out of the mix, in July and August, when the Yankees have been able to win just one series, their starters have a 6.62 ERA. As you said, David, that's starting behind the 8 ball. Oh and 1 on Oswaldo Cabrera. 0 for 2 with a walk, 2 strikeouts. Jumps out of the way of 100 miles an hour. Two and 1.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, up to you, New York, New York, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. up to you, New York.